So recently I've found a couple weird things that have to do with the prompt in the death race. So right here I'm actually dying at the same time as I'm exiting the vehicle. And when you're in a death race, exiting a vehicle will automatically fail you, but the game over screen takes over for that. So in this case I failed, but I have the game over screen, so I can continue that game over screen, putting me inside of Gutgash's Stronghold, which it'll still keep up that retry prompt. It doesn't actually seem to do anything. So here I'm showing this for exiting the menu. Now for this specific thing where I am dying during the death race, it'll bring up this retry screen on the main menu, and I can actually use this to load a new save file. And so now I'm playing a new save file with that retry screen up. Doesn't seem like you can do anything with it so far, but it does have some weird effects, which I'm going to be showing a bit later. So here I'm showing that you can load a game from this game over screen as well, and you'll still get this retry screen up. Now, if you try to die or go into one of these death planes while you have this up, you'll see my health actually goes down to 0, but I don't actually die right away. And it'll actually not bring up the game over screen for as long as I have this retry screen up for. And as soon as I put away the screen with F or enter, it'll automatically bring up the game over screen. Now here I'm showing dying as you enter this. So I died as soon as I entered the death race trigger. So now as soon as I hit continue, when I load into this game again, it'll have the text from the beginning of the death race up again. And I can move around during this as well. The Opus Wars obviously doesn't work because it doesn't have servers. And when I click on the death race, it'll bring up an invisible menu, and you can hear a bunch of clicking, and that's actually me going through the different cars. And then if you go back, it'll actually remove all of these stuff. So here, if I die as I enter, again, I'll show going to the main menu this time, and you'll see it actually with this one, it doesn't actually work on the main menu, which is interesting because the other version of this prompt storage does. So here's another example of me dying as I enter the prompt. And I show here that when you have this, and if you try to leave the Stronghold, you'll actually get put in like this soft lock type state where you actually can't move. Like I'm trying to move here, you can't start your vehicle, you can't exit the vehicle. The only thing you can do is mess with these menus. And again, the Opus Wars doesn't do anything, but as soon as you exit the menu, then it will allow you to move again. For this example, I'm showing that you can load a different save while doing this death prompt transfer. And when you load it into another game, it works as you would expect. You can move around. This is a newer save. We just finished the second objective. And you'll notice that similarly to the Stronghold, when I enter this cutscene, I'm gonna be put into this like soft lock type state where I can't actually move until I go through the menus. And you'll see that if I die with this prompt, or try to die, it'll actually just work as normal. It does not have the same effect that the other one does, where it will delay the game over screen. It actually just works completely fine with this one. And then actually after you die, the menu becomes completely unusable. You can't go through any of the menus, you can't escape the menu. So until you exit to the main menu, you're actually just stuck with this for the rest of your playing time. And even things like cutscenes will not affect the menu in this transferred post-death state. Even if I tried to go through the menus as I'm dying, it will still have the same effect. If you have this menu open up while you enter a different death race, it will actually just get overwritten with the death race that you're at and will just behave as normal. By using cheats, I can set my height to be a couple hundred units above the ground so that I can die after starting the race. And this has a very weird effect of making the game load forever. I'm also in this weird state where I can move while also in this loading screen, but this was about 20-30 minutes of loading, where eventually I just got like the background of the main menu and it basically forced me out of it. Now, if you die with the OK screen up, you'll just die as normal. But if you die after selecting the OK screen, you will die during the transition and you'll get this really long load effect again. Yeah, this is a really weird glitch. Hopefully we can find something useful for this, but in the meantime, it's just a weird little UI bug. Anyways, thanks for watching.